Hi, I'm Dan Reinecke with Unknown Media. Today, I'm going to show you how to achieve a toning effect in your photos. Let's take a look.
Alright, we are going to go over toning in photography. Now, the thing to understand about toning is that it's actually referring more to black and white imagery, actually toning the black and white image. Now, I'm actually working in Photoshop CS6, but again, this will work in any photo editing software just as long as you understand the principles. Now, what you're going to want to do is, of course, start with your image here. So you have this picture of this girl. Now, from there, what you're going to want to do is what I always like to do. I don't like to work on the background image just because I like to have that kind of safety net there in case I mess up horribly and I need to go back. So, first what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate my layer. Now what that is going to do, it's going to create a background copy, and now what that's going to do, it's going to allow me to edit on this and I won't have to worry about affecting the original image. So, you have your background copy here. Now what you're going to do is simply turn it to a black and white image. What you're going to do, you're going to go up to here to the image panel and go to adjustments, and then down here where it says desaturate. So now you're going to desaturate the image and boom, black and white. So now what toning is actually referring to is going to be the color toning of a black and white image. Now this can be achieved in a variety of different ways. One thing that I like to do is the color balance tool, which you can go in here and open up your color balance. Now what this is going to give, it's going to give you a little selection to where you can affect the shadows, midtones, and highlights. I usually kind of stick to adjusting the shadows and the highlights, but you can always affect the midtones as well. Now basically what toning is going to be is you select your shadows. Now it's going to give you the option to basically add yellow, add blue, add magenta, add green. It's going to basically give you the option to do really whatever you want with that. So what you're going to do is simply grab the slider and boom, add some blue to your shadows. And now maybe go over and select your highlight panel and maybe add some yellows to the highlights. Now that is the basics of toning in photography. It's nothing too difficult. It's just about adding different colors to a black and white image. Now you can maybe go back up to your shadows, so you don't want blue. So you take the blues out of it, maybe add some reds. Just a different way to add a little bit of a nice look to your photos. Now from here, you don't necessarily have to do it in color balance. You can really do it in any way that you can. So we have our color balance. Let's go ahead and make that invisible. So now we have our regular background copy again. Now maybe you want to do it in curves. So go ahead and select your curves. Now this is just going to be, again, a very simple thing. You have your reds, greens, and blues. This is the information in your image. Say, again, maybe you want to add some reds. You're simply going to add, or you're going to grab this right here, drag it over. That's taking away from it, but you can also add it here too. Notice, adding reds to those shadows. Go to the blues. Maybe take away some blues from the highlights. Make them more yellow. See that? Again, maybe you can go back to the reds and take away the reds from the shadows and bring in this look. But again, toning is just referring to how you color tone your black and white images. So really the opportunities are endless, and it's just really up to you to what style and feel you go for. So hopefully this was able to shed a little light on toning in photography for you.
And that's how you achieve a toning effect in your photography. I'm Dan Reinecke. Take your best shot.